A warm welcome to one and all present here. On behalf of the Postgraduate and Research Department of Commerce, Ethiraj College for Women, I take immense pleasure in welcoming everyone to this webinar, our flagship event, Alumnae Connect' 2023 Session 1. I now call upon Ms. Rubini Devi of 2nd UG, Self-Supporting, to welcome our speaker and introduce her to the gathering.
The secret of change is to focus all of your energy not on fighting the old but on building the new. Socrates. Good morning to all and one and all present here. Alumna Connect rolls in 2020 as a platform to connect with distinguished alumna from diverse field of expertise to motivate the students for their future endeavors. Today we have such distinguished alumna with us for both the sections. A warm welcome to Ms. Dikshita Suresh, the speaker of our first section. 2 years ago, Ms. Dikshita started the online venture Bespoke Dishya. With the advent of COVID, Ms. Dikshita, who hails from Chennai, left her teaching job and started spending time on her brand. The brand caters to audience across the country and offers hand-picked exclusive designer sarees. Ma'am has been very participative and outspoken student and was one of the first choice we had for entrepreneurial alumna to motivate our students. She has been remarkable, dedicated to her field of expertise, and her designs has been recognized and appreciated by many. We welcome you once again, ma'am.
Hi, hi. This is Dikshita, and the build-upலாம் கொஞ்சம் ஜாஸ்தியா இருந்த மாதிரி இருந்தது. But thank you so much. And yeah, I founded Dishya, Bespoke Dishya. It's a textile brand, and I was alumni of Ethiraj, and நானும் அங்கதான் இருந்தேன். But fortunately, எங்களுக்கு வந்து வெபினார்லாம் இல்ல. So I think you guys are having webinars, but we had like hundreds of sessions. நாங்களும் வந்து attend பண்ணிருக்கோம், but it was all a live session. But we haven't done webinar. So first of all, thank you to all the professors actually for inviting me, and I feel so happy actually to share my journey. I mean, when Supraja ma'am came to me and told me that I have to share a journey about, my journey, success journey, I was actually laughing inside. I mean, I was wondering what can I actually share on my success journey, because I think I'm still working on my success. And but one day I think someone if called me if I'm a successful woman, I think that would be one of the biggest thing gift for me. But yeah, and thank you so much for inviting me. So let's talk about now. I think I'll talk in the Tamil in between. I think you people will be comfortable with Tamil also, because I'm so comfortable with Tamil. So some or other way, if I speak in English, some or other way, Tamil வந்து ஒரு flowல வந்துரும். So if someone, I think all of you can understand a bit of Tamil, so it won't be a problem. And I wanted to also keep it very short and simple. ஏன்னா நானும் அங்க இருந்திருக்கேன், செஷன்ஸ் பார்த்திருக்கேன். ஸோ the more the conversations are very natural, I think you can more listen to it. So ரொம்ப knowledgeable stuffலாம் வந்து I don't want to really share, because நானுமே வந்து அங்க உட்காந்து அந்த செஷன்ஸ் பார்க்கும்போது I really love speakers who, what to say, ஒரு நேச்சுரல் கான்வர்சேஷன்ஸ் இருந்துச்சுன்னா I really like that. So I think ungalkume, I think that would be the same thing. So I wanted to keep it simple and short. But every நாள் I have to speak 40 minutes. That was the job given to me. So in a 40 minutes space, yeah. But I'll just try my best. Na periya speaker la illa, but I'll just try my best to keep it very natural so that you can still listen to me. And yeah, Dishya vande, I also have a paper of like a bit of paper like ஒரு brainstorming மாதிரி எனக்கு இருக்கணும்னு சொல்லிட்டு I have written few points, because I just quickly forget things. So அதனால I just written certain points. So yeah, about Dishya. Dishya was started, I mean, officially I announced Dishya by 2021. But I started Dishya by 2020. And the research work, all the research work, all the things I did by 2020. எப்படி start ஆச்சுன்னா, I was working as a teacher. Even before living Etiraj, I remember I told lot of teachers that I wanted to become a professor. So I really wanted to become a professor. And இப்ப கூட I wanted to be a teacher because I had a lovely set of teachers. So I really loved the professors in Etiraj. So எனக்கு அது before I living Etiraj, I remember, and last day I was in the staff room, I remember I'm telling a lot of teachers that I want to become a professor. And I started with the kindergarten. Actually, in kindergarten, I worked in kindergarten by 2019. So I left college by 2018. I was a pass out of 2018. And then I started my teaching job by 2019. So I was a kindergarten teacher, and I was also working, I was also teaching kids up to fifth standard. It was so good, nice experience. But unfortunately, COVID didn't. So the schools were shut. So I was typically jobless. And this entrepreneur thing, Vanda, I think I always had it within me. I really, when I was in my college, I was so sure I don't want to go for a corporate job. I also dropped my CA. I was doing my CA. I dropped my CA because I just felt like that's not my thing. And the matri. So I chose teaching. So at some point, when I was totally jobless, I always had this thing, and I mean, or idea in which I wanted to start up a business. But I had this mindset within me: business now, you should have a huge investments. So it is not possible for me because I come from a very middle class family. அப்போ வந்து investment அப்படின்றது வந்து என்னை நம்பி யாரும் காசு கொடுக்க மாட்டாங்க. And moreover, I don't have anything to put it up in the business. So I had this mindset, okay, நம்மளால வந்து businessலாம் இப்போதைக்கு start பண்ண முடியாது. I had this thing within me. So, but when I was not having a job, when I was sitting in the home, I was like, okay, let's work on it. Let's see how things are going. If it's working out, well and good. If it's not, because I don't want to simply sit. And the time when I was totally jobless, I don't want to simply sit. So, appo ஒரு idea தான் Dishya. I just started with the uh, research. I think for a whole year, I did a research to get the right contact, to get the right manufacturers, to know how to, to deal with your customers, how to attract your clients, or what kind of, you know, personality I have to show towards my business. I mean, and the Mari Vishnola, it took time. Then once I know that I can do it, I officially started Disha by 2021. Trust me, I just started Disha with 1,500 rupees. Honestly, I just started Disha with 1,500 rupees, and adapro or 5,000 ache or 10,000 ache. And then it was all my savings. And the business start panni, then the whatever I'm getting the income, I just put it up in the business again and again. I didn't spend much. I just put it up again and again in the business. And I remember my first customer was my aunt. Enoda Chitti was my first customer. So after start aachu. And trust me, it's like 2 years since this year was started, and we have a turnover of 60 lakhs last year. So in the 2 years span la vandittu, it gave me a lot of learning experience. Adoda tremendous growth. I'm grateful for that. And the growth வந்து இவ்வளவு தூரம் வந்தது, I think it's I don't know, it's God's blessing or something. To be very honest, and if you think that you can't start a business, like investment வேணும் அப்படின்னா சொன்னா, I think I am an example for that. So I started with 1,500 rupees. I think Ippo Disha is having a turnover of 60 lakhs, and I guess in 5 years it is going to get huger. It's not going to get small, it's going to get huger. And in the 5 years like what I'm going to be, what Disha is going to be, what the brand is going to be, is what is going to defend me. So I'm still working on it, and I think under 5 years if I'm really successful, and that is when I can tell I'm very successful. But என்னோட teachers வந்துட்டு என்னை recognize பண்ணி giving me this opportunity, I think I'm really grateful for that. So secondly, about Etiraj, I want to talk about Etiraj. How Etiraj influenced me for these things. Aptina, I was very good in my academics in school, but college I was not very good at my academics. நான் ரொம்ப நார்மலான student தான். But what I love about Etiraj வந்து the exposure Etiraj give you. I mean, the sessions, the multiple sessions we attend. இந்த மாதிரி நாங்க எத்தனை sessions attend பண்ணியிருப்போம். I remember how many speakers we have listened to. And honestly, நம்ம நினைக்கிறோம் that at some point நமக்கு கேட்கும்போது உட்காந்து கேட்கும்போது இந்த செஷன்னால நமக்கு என்ன அப்படின்னு தான் we will feel. But trust me, at some point of your life, it is going to be a huge influence. It's going to be a huge influence. ஏன்னா எனக்கு அது இன்ஃப்ளூயன்ஸா இருந்திருக்கு. I have seen so many people talking, எவ்வளோ எவ்வளோ பெரிய business people and also motivational speakers coming to the college and speaking. அதெல்லாம் வந்து it some or other way அப்போ அங்க உட்காந்து கேட்கும்போது you won't feel that, but you know it has a great influence on us. It has great influence all of you. Like I think that's the one of the best thing I think about Etiraj. And எனக்கு வந்து I remember when I was in my school படிச்சுட்டு இருக்கும்போது I had only one option in my mind. I want to join Etiraj. எனக்கு Etiraj தான் சேரணும். I was so sure about that. And also my family wasn't really happy about it also. Ena Etiraj, I was from Ambattur, so people who are coming from Ambattur will know that I used to travel like 1 hour, 1.5 hours. So my family was okay. You have so many colleges around you. Why you need to go to Etiraj? But I was so sure that I'm going to Etiraj, and I studied and I took marks. Only I got 97%, I guess. And the only thing I studied was to go to Etiraj, and it was totally worth it. Totally worth it. And yeah, that the great sessions we had. I think the clarity. Maybe இன்னைக்கு நான் வந்து இவ்வளவு பேசுறேன். I'm talking this much. I don't know how I'm talking, but the way I'm talking, the clarity or the maturity I have in my life, I have in my decisions, எல்லாமே I think I got it in my college. The exposure, the personality that I'm having today, I think everything I got in my college, my friends, my contacts, the teachers, everyone. அது எல்லாமே வந்து I think it molded me. It actually molded me as a person that I'm today. I'm so grateful. And நான் வந்து ஒரு ரெபலியனா இருந்தேன் எங்க வீட்டுல வந்து I wanted to go for Etirajன்னு சொல்லிட்டு I fought with everybody. But I think it's totally worth it. It's totally worth it that I joined Etiraj. And for the person I'm today, I think Etiraj, I'll give credits to Etiraj for a lot of things. So Etiraj, you're studying in Etiraj, don't miss any opportunities. And I have a lot to say about Etiraj, but I can speak on I can continue speaking about Etiraj for the whole 40 minutes, but let's cut it off. I just wanted to talk about the entrepreneurship and how social media can help you on this entrepreneurship journey. So that is what I wanted to talk about this session today. So this social media, social media has become a very powerful tool today. So when I started the business, people were like, what is there in social media? How we are going to, it's not permanent. That's the common word you can hear, that it's not permanent. Social media is not permanent. And how you are going to grow up your business in social media. And they don't even consider that as an career actually. But uh, they have no clue what is the technology can do. And, social media is one of the best way to start your business. It's very low cost and it's very effective to promote your business. You don't have much investment to do in social media. It's very low cost and it's very effective to promote your business to a particular audience worldwide. I mean, they have so many features, like you can promote your particular product. If you want to promote a particular product to a particular country, you can do that in social media. If you want to promote it not just India, you can. If you want to promote it to another country, you can particularly promote it to that country. So it's also not that cost. I mean, imagine like without social media, if you want to promote your business through to another country, just imagine the cost you may need. So the social media is one of that great advantage. Second one, the engaging with your customers. I mean, clients kita வந்து the way you talk is very important. So through social media, you can connect with your customers just like your friends. நம்ம வந்து ஃப்ரெண்ட்ஸோட ஒரு social media கூட பேசிக்கிற மாதிரி, you can just connect with your customers. The video you put, the pictures you put in social media about your brand, your products, can easily reach the customers. Rather than நம்ம வந்து மற்ற platforms பார்க்கும்போது, if you see social media, it can easily reach the customers. and it is very easy to reach the customers, and you can engage with your customers whenever you wanted to. You can, like every sort of, you can put a BTS video, like behind the screen what is happening for your business. You can put it up, you can inspire your clients. I mean, you can let your clients know how you are doing your business. So இந்த மாதிரி விஷயம்லாம் வந்து I think social media is one of the effective way to do the business. And another thing is like you can stay up to date to your trends, fashion trends. For example, if I'm coming from that fashion side, so I'm telling you, um you know, நம்ம வந்து இன்னைக்கு வந்து we are talking about Sabyasachi and other people now. Without social media we wouldn't even know that who is Sabyasachi and who is this Manish Malhotra and who is this, இதெல்லாம் நமக்கு தெரியவே தெரியாது, because they are earning in crores and they are doing a fashion business. And that's the way you can connect with a lot of people in social media, and you can stay up to the trend. You can know the likes of your customers in, and what they are thinking, what's their trend and what they wanted to wear. இந்த மாதிரி விஷயம்லாம் வந்து you can follow your customers. You know how the social media is, and through the way of that you will understand what actually they wanted. So that's very easy to understand the clients. Next, um, the modern, I think the modern business landscape totally depend on the social media. So I think I also have PPT. Can you play the PPT? I'm just letting you know how you can start a business through social media. Yeah. Yeah. So I generally wanted to make it quick. So it's basically about business and social media, starting a business through social media platforms. I know you guys are very into the social medias, and it will be very easy for you guys to understand this. So basically I'm just letting you know that how you can start up a business and in social media. Yeah. Next slide, please. Yeah. Define your niche. The first foremost thing, if you're starting your business in social media, any business that you start, I think this is the first step. You have to know what is your likes, your dislike, your passion, your interest, and whatever you wanted to do. So that's the first and foremost thing about whatever business you start, whether you started in a social media or wherever you start. The first thing is that you should define it. The business should define yourself, and that's the first and foremost thing. Your skills, like for example, I really loved starting up a sari brand because I love the way my mom is also a teacher, and I love the way uh, she carries out herself with the saris. I From my childhood I've seen her, wearing the saris, which actually inspired. The concept was actually inspired by my mom, who's so great in wearing saris actually. So Adilanda, I just got this thing and I started to work on it. And my interest is basically like how in what way I like the products. You can see எல்லாருக்கும் பிடிக்கும் அப்படின்னு ஒரு ப்ராடக்ட் போகக்கூடாது. What you like, because when I started I had multiple people telling me நீ இப்படி ஸ்டார்ட் பண்ணலாமே, நீ இந்த ரேஞ்சில் ஸ்டார்ட் பண்ணலாமே, நீ இப்படி ஸ்டார்ட் பண்ணலாமே. You can listen to all the suggestions, because businessல வரும்போது you have to listen to all the suggestions, because through the suggestions you will gain lot of knowledge. But end of the day it has to be your decisions, உங்களோட decision தான் அது. So இவங்க சொல்றாங்க, my friend is telling, my mom is telling, அப்படின்லாம் வந்துட்டு you can't start up your thing. So always understand what is your skills, what is your interest in. So I chose designer sarees, some of the exclusive collections, and I was interested into that, and I wanted to be unique. I don't want to be like எல்லாரும் போடுறாங்க நானும் I'm also in the business. I don't want to be in that way. So that is how I started, and that is how everyone should start the business. Can I go for the next slide? I'm sorry, my voice is quite bad. I'm having a little bit of cold. I'm sorry. So yeah, choose your social media platform. This is the most important thing. There are four good. Which has a billion. Currently, social media has 4 billion active uses for social media. And the top most four things are Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, and Twitter. But you have to choose the right one for you. I mean, which you are active in and what in which way you can connect your audience. You have to choose the right platform. I'm just giving you a small hint on that. Can you go for the next slide? Yeah. So as per the date of 2022, you can see that the Facebook is 86%, LinkedIn, Twitter, YouTube, and Instagram. And you can currently see that currently now Facebook has the largest number of uses, but from last 3-4 years, it is having a inactive inactive users. It's going down. Facebook is going down, but you can see a steady growth in YouTube and Instagram. From the next 5 years to 10 years, I think Instagram and YouTube will be the top most social media apps. So if you take YouTube, I guess YouTube is not something that is works for every business. I mean, every product that you in every business you deal with. I think YouTube is not uh, appropriate for every business. But if you take Instagram, it's a visual thing that you can, no matter which business you are in, but you can promote it. So I would constantly suggest that Instagram, if you start a business in Instagram for the next 5 or 10 years, it's going to be huge. Also YouTube, but if you're going for a textile or a fashion industry, I would suggest you Instagram. You're going for other industry, you can try YouTube also. So this is a kind of a hint. For a hint, I'm just giving you how which platform you can choose. Choosing the platform is important. So I'm just giving you just a hint on which platform you can use. So can we go for the next slide? Yeah, set up your profile. So once your profile is set, so for example, I started my Instagram page. So once I started my Instagram page, I was so sure how it has to look like. Or a page start பண்ணிட்டு without the aesthetics, you can't just post anything that you like. அந்த மாதிரி இருக்கக்கூடாது. You have to maintain a proper aesthetic to your page. So that is very, very important. Or a proper descriptions. Or what is your mission? What is your vision? இதெல்லாமே வந்துட்டு you have to put it up in your page, which gives a clarity to the clients. Clients வந்து பார்க்கும்போது இந்த மாதிரி ஒரு ப்ரொஃபைல் பார்த்தாங்கன்னா they would trust the page, trust the profile. They'll trust the profile and they will be like, okay, it's trustable site. We can go and order something in that. அந்த மாதிரி ஒரு view வந்து you have to give it to the customer. So when you're not doing that, the initial stages, it actually helps in the initial stages. நீங்க வந்து ஒரு ப்ரொஃபைல் ஒரு பிசினஸ் வந்து ஒரு லெவலுக்கு ரீச் ஆனதுக்கு அப்புறம் கூட it is different. But when you start up a business, this is the first and foremost thing, because if you're not giving this clarity to the clients, வந்து பார்க்குறவங்களுக்கு இந்த கிளாரிட்டியோ இல்லை இந்த ஒரு இது இல்லைன்னா, so they'll be like, okay, it is not a very trustable site. Can I go and order it? And the மாதிரி ஒரு thought process வரும். And also other thing is like, always when you start a business, and the through social media, just make sure that you're always there to reply to your clients. Clients want to, even I have faced this at some point. என்ன ஆகும்னா, they'll come and inquire about a product and they will check what's the price இதெல்லாம். You have to keep engaging with your clients. அப்படி இல்லை அது மிஸ் ஆயிடுச்சுன்னா, they'll be like, they lost the interest to place the order. நீ வந்து if you're நம்ம வந்து ஒரு என்கேஜ்மெண்ட்லயே இருக்கணும் அந்த கிளைண்டோட. you're not doing it, அவங்களுக்கு வந்து ஓகே they are replying slow, ஸோ நம்ம வந்து வேற ஏதாவது பார்த்துக்கலாம் அப்படின்னு தோணும். ஸோ இந்த மாதிரி சில விஷயங்கள் இருக்கு. you have to maintain that. So that is the thing. The second, next slide please. Yeah, develop a content strategy. எல்லாரும் வந்து they think இன்ஸ்டாகிராம்ல போஸ்ட் பண்ணா காசு வருது அப்படின்னு நினைச்சுப்பாங்க. பட் that's not the truth. That's not actually the truth. There is a lot of thing. ஒரு கண்டென்ட் கிரியேட் பண்றதுக்கு, அது இன்ஸ்டாகிராம்ல போஸ்ட் பண்றதுக்கு there are lot of efforts going behind. எல்லாருக்கும் பார்க்கும்போது ஒரு பிக்சர் நம்ம போஸ்ட் பண்றோம், இட்ஸ் ஜஸ்ட் அ பிக்சர் அப்படின்னு தான் நீங்க பார்க்கும்போது whether you're going to the the audience going to see it, whether they're going to like it or they are not going to like it. They don't know how much effort's been put up behind it. ஸோ ஒரு கண்டென்ட்டை பிளான் பண்றதுலேருந்து அது ஃபோட்டோ ஷூட் பண்றதுலேருந்து அதில் அத்தனை பேர் இன்வால்வ் பண்ணி ஒர்க் பண்றது. I mean, you have photographer, you have to find a model, you have to find a studio, you have to find a collaboration brand, or so there are a lot of things going behind it. You have to find a stylist, you have to find a hairstylist, you have to find a makeup artist and the marina. So the content pinadi, there are so many things, and the main thing about the content is you have to know what your audience like. நம்ம ஆடியன்ஸ்க்கு வந்து என்ன பிடிக்கும், what they like அப்படின்னு ஒரு ஸ்ட்ராட்டஜி வந்து தெரிஞ்சிருக்கணும். அண்ட் இன்ஸ்டாகிராம் பொறுத்த வரைக்கும் I'll give you a small hint. When you're doing a business in Instagram, it is necessary to post your pictures in the time between like 9 o'clock in the morning, 9 a.m. till 12 p.m., 12:30 max to max. Or you can, someday it works like 11 a.m. to 2 p.m. Business post வந்து contents வந்து if you're posting after 2 p.m., it is not going to work out and it's not going to reach the customers. So இது வந்து ஒரு content strategy. Like, for example, I'm telling about my thing, my product. Mine is saree. So saree வாங்குறது வந்து mostly it will be women's. And also women's will be in the age of 25 to 40. 25 to 40, the majorly who will wear sarees. So what time do you think these women's will be free? அப்படின்னு பார்க்கணும். When they have this time to come to social media and check the social media, na எந்த டைம்ல these people will be available. My targeted audience வந்து எப்ப அவைலபிளா இருப்பாங்கன்னு ஒரு strategy you have to create. For example, take women's in that age, 25 to 35. Either they will be working in home or they'll be going to office. So either way they'll be working. They have kids to take care of. So இந்த மாதிரி விஷயம்லாம் இருக்கு. So imagine that morning, the early morning, they'll be available. Or in the middle time, like 11, 12, all the work, வீட்ல இருந்தாங்கன்னா வீட்ல இருக்கிற எல்லா work they have completed, they would have completed. And 12 p.m. or this 1 p.m. or 2 p.m. is something that it's a break time. If you're in office, it's a break time. Home now, this 11:30, 12 p.m. எல்லா work முடிச்சுட்டு they'll come and relax, sit and relax. அப்போ they'll take a phone and they will check the profile. They will go through Instagram and social media. And if you take the people who work in office, so in the 12 p.m. and it's a break time, it's a lunch time. So lunchtime everybody they're going to pick up their phone and they're going through social media. So that is the right time I can target my audience, and that is the right time I can post it up. So அப்பதான் எனக்கு reach இருக்கும். Imagine if I'm posting around at 2 p.m. மேல அப்படின்னா they're not going to see it. Either if they're working in home, எல்லா வேலையும் முடிச்சுட்டு they may be sleeping, ஒரு கொஞ்சம் ரெஸ்ட் எடுக்கலாம்னு நினைப்பாங்க. If you're working in the office, I think once your break is done, நம்ம வந்து phone எடுக்க மாட்டோம். So if you're posting in that time, it's not going to work. இந்த மாதிரி every business has its own thing. If you're posting some other product, I mean, if you're dealing with some other venture and product line, and you have to understand who's your client is, who you are targeting, which audience or which age group you're targeting, and what time they'll be coming through social media. Yeah, so that's very important. Second thing, I mean, next slide. Build your audience. That's the same thing. You have to you know engage with your audience, build your audience. Once you start a business, you will know who likes for example, for me, it took me a year to understand which kind of audience like my product. எந்த ஆடியன்ஸ்க்கு என்னோட ப்ராடக்ட் பிடிக்கும், எந்த ஸ்டேட்ல இருக்கிறவங்களுக்கு என்னோட ப்ராடக்ட் பிடிக்கும், நம்ம கண்ட்ரிலேயே வந்து எந்த ஸ்டேட்ல இருக்கிறவங்க இந்த மாதிரி சாரீஸ் வந்து நிறைய வேர் பண்ணுவாங்க, and who will be the one spending. I mean, the one who is the audience la வந்து the first and foremost thing is who will be spending for the product. And I think whatever product you're working on and whatever business you're starting based on women's, I think it will really work out, because the men's are not the one who comes to the social media and buy the products, but the women will. So it's just a hint. If you're starting a business, any business, maybe it's a cosmetics or what to say, a textile or any product that you're starting, if you start it with the audience, your targeting audience are women's or children's, it's going to work out. It's going to work out because a mom who buys the stuff for herself will definitely buy stuff for her children. So that's how it works. So ஆனா வந்து if you put an effort on a male audience, I don't know how it really works. It works, but still they are not the potential buyers. The females are the potential buyers, so you have to target on the females. So that's the one of thing. And other tip, building your audience, or a tip in Instagram, when you're posting a picture, you have to put a right hashtags வந்துட்டு plays a very very important role in Instagram. You know, I have generally seen through my analytics and my tools, I have generally seen எப்படி reach ஆகுது அப்படி பார்த்தா, I have always seen that the hashtags has more reach. So அதனால அந்த hashtags வந்துட்டு ரொம்ப ப்ராப்பரா இருக்கணும். You have to search proper hashtags which has more number of views. அந்த மாதிரி hashtagsலாம் வந்துட்டு you have to use in the post. So that's works. And yeah, collaborate with other businesses to increase your reach. This one is very very important. This point is very very important. See, I have worked, I'm a saree brand, but I can't collaborate with other saree brand. That doesn't work. But ஒரு சாரியை காம்ப்ளிமெண்ட் பண்ற ஒரு ப்ராடக்ட், அடுத்த ப்ராடக்ட் என்னன்னு பார்த்தா ஜுவல்லரி. So I have worked with so many jewelry brands, very exclusive jewelry brands oda I have collaborated, because that's how you reach their audience too. ஏன்னா ஒரு saree வாங்குறாங்கன்னா, ஒரு saree, I mean ஒரு saree வாங்குறாங்கன்னா they need jewelry. And some people are so fond of jewelry வாங்கிட்டு saree தேடுவாங்க. So it is always, it works. So you have to, உங்க பிசினஸ்க்கு ரிலேட்டடா other business ஓட context you have to be always there, because I have always worked with other businesses and it really worked for me. So that is one of the important thing you have to do. You have to build your context relating to your business. Yeah, the next slide. Engage with your audience. Engaging with your audience is very important. Like for example, in the BTS video, you know or even projecting yourself before the camera. The founder, you are the founder. I don't have the guts yet. I know the panla, but that have really worked. I'm sharing that because I have seen brands where அவங்களே, ஃபார் எக்ஸாம்பிள், அந்த பிராண்டோட ஓனரே அவங்கள வந்து ப்ரொஜெக்ட் பண்ணுவாங்க அந்த சாரி கட்டி. ஓகேவா? ஸோ அந்த சாரி கட்டியோ இல்லை அந்த ஜுவல்லரி போட்டோ, வாட் எவர் இட் இஸ், அவங்களா அவங்கள ப்ரொஜெக்ட் பண்ணும்போது ஐ ஹவ் சீன் இட் ஹாஸ் சோ மச் ரீச். ராதர் தென் நம்ம மாடலை வச்சு நம்ம வந்து ஒரு மாடலை வந்து ஒரு போட்டோல ப்ரொஜெக்ட் பண்றதை விட, யூஆர் ப்ரொஜெக்டிங் யோர் செல்ஃப், யூஆர் ப்ரொஜெக்டிங் யுவர் புட்டிங் யோர் செல்ஃப் பிஃபோர் த கேமரா. ஐ திங்க் இட் ரியலி ஒர்க்ஸ். ஏன்னா ஆடியன்ஸோட மைண்ட் செட் பார்த்தீங்கன்னா, இஃப் யூ ஆர் கோயிங் பையிங் ஆஃப் ஸ்டஃப் ஃப்ரம் சோஷியல் மீடியா ஆர் எனி பிளாட்ஃபார்ம், யூ கேன் சி தட் ஒரு மாடல் வந்து லைக் வெரி தின் மாடல் அண்ட் ஷி இஸ் போஸ்டிங் சம்திங், அந்த மாதிரி இருக்கும்போது நமக்கு வந்து பார்க்கும்போது எப்படி இருக்கும்னா, வி டோன்ட் ஃபீல் ஆர் செல்ஸ் இன் டு தட். த மாடல் வந்து மேக்கப் போட்டிருப்பாங்க, ஹேர் டூ பண்ணியிருப்பாங்க, எவ்ரிதிங் லுக்ஸ் பர்ஃபெக்ட் இந்த பிக்சர். பிகாஸ் அந்த கண்டென்ட் போடும்போது நமக்கு வந்து எங்களோட எய்ம் வந்து we have to put a perfect picture. But you know what audience aim is like, they wanted to see themselves in that. ஏன்னா ஒரு மாடல் வந்து அந்த ப்ராடக்டை வேர் பண்ணி பாக்குறதுக்கும், a general person wearing that thing, I mean that jewelry or a saree and see that, அவங்களுக்கு வந்து they will feel like, okay, இது எனக்கு நல்லா இருக்கு because I'm seeing myself in the pictures. But if I see a model who is pictureக்காக we are making it perfect. ஸோ பர்ஃபெக்டா பார்க்கும்போது இது நமக்கு நல்லா இருக்குமா அப்படின்னு ஒரு செகண்ட் தாட் வரும். பட் வென் யூ சி a person just like us in the media and wearing that product, நமக்கு அது வந்து இன்னுமே வந்து ஓகே, இது நமக்குமே நல்லா இருக்கும், அவங்களுக்கு நல்லா இருக்கு, நமக்குமே நல்லா இருக்கும் அப்படின்னு we have that thought process. It has really worked for many brands, but நான் வந்து I think I haven't done that. I'm so super conscious before camera, so I haven't done that. But it has really worked with many brands. So if you're doing that, always put yourself first. I mean, let the world know that you own the brand, you are the founder, and you don't have to feel bad about anything or projecting yourself. I mean, I'm advising on that, but Nane and I don't have the guts to do that yet. So that is the one first thing I have noticed so far. And respond to comments, messages, feedback. Idella very very important. See, you will have like 100 messages every day or 1,000 messages every day, according depending on your audience. So they have to promptly um, reply to everyone. Adina first, second slide, I think I mentioned that they will lose the interest if you reply them lately. If you give them, if they ask some question, you have to answer them immediately. They'll lose the interest immediately. They'll go for another brand. They'll search for நம்ம இந்த பிராண்ட் கிட்ட நம்ம இந்த ரிப்ளை பண்ற கேப்ல they will either lose interest இல்லைன்னா அவங்க வேற பிராண்ட்ல போயிட்டு அந்த பிராண்ட்ல வாங்கிடுவாங்க. So always it is important to reply the clients quickly. And the engagement இருந்துகிட்டே இருக்கணும் ஆடியன்ஸோட. That's important. So the next slide. Measure your success. Yeah. If you take Instagram, I guess you guys would have known that Instagram has 3 accounts. You can create 3 accounts in Instagram, which is personal account. நம்ம எல்லாரும் யூஸ் பண்ற ஒரு personal account. But Instagram also has a business account and a creator account. அப்படின்னு ஒரு account இருக்கு. So if you're starting up a business, you can create a business account. If you're creating a business account in Instagram, I'm just saying I have worked in Instagram. So I'm saying about Instagram. There is also a business account in Facebook also, and also in Pinterest. So, so if you can create a business account. If you're creating a business account, there are like n number of features. Like நிறைய features இருக்கு Instagramல, like to promote your business. So that also you can promote your business at the same time. You can also see like இன்னைக்கு இந்த போஸ்ட்க்கு எவ்வளோ ரீச் இருக்கு, which status, like for example, which city is you have a lot of audiences. அது கூட பார்க்கலாம். You can, that is the analytics you have to check with your, you should have a track on your tools and analytics, because that's ரொம்ப important. You have to see, if you're working, if you're starting a business in Instagram has all the features like that. You can just go and பார்க்கலாம் ஒரு போஸ்ட்டுக்கு எவ்வளோ லைக்ஸ் வந்திருக்கு and who have liked that products. Either it's from Chennai or from Coimbatore or Bangalore or Hyderabad. எந்த ஆடியன்ஸ் நம்மளோட ப்ராடக்ட் நிறைய பாக்குறாங்க, எந்த ஸ்டேட்ல இருந்து நம்மளோட ப்ராடக்ட்ஸ் நிறைய பாக்குறாங்க, எந்த கண்ட்ரில இருந்து நம்மளோட ப்ராடக்ட்ஸ் நிறைய பாக்குறாங்க, எந்த டைம்க்கு பாக்குறாங்க. All these things you have to keep. எந்த ப்ராடக்ட் நிறைய பாக்குறாங்க, which product, எந்த ப்ராடக்ட் நிறைய பாக்குறாங்கன்னு தெரிஞ்சு you have to keep promoting that product. So இந்த மாதிரி things வந்து back endல வந்துட்டு we should always keep a track on. So இது Instagramலயும் it is easy to do that. And also once you create a website, we recently created a website like 2 months back. So I finally had an opportunity to create a website for this year after 2 years. So once I created a website has a lot of things. The back end of the website is so good that ஒரு டிபிக்கல் உங்களுக்கு ஒரு வேர்ல்ட் மேப்பே வரும். அந்த வேர்ல்ட் மேப்ல எங்க யார் உங்களோட ப்ராடக்ட கரண்டா உங்க வெப்சைட்ல பார்த்துட்டு இருக்காங்கன்ற டீடைல்ஸை விட யூ வில் கெட் எவ்ரி திங். ஸோ தட் ஹவு த வெப்சைட் ஒர்க்ஸ். ஸோ தீஸ் ஃபேக்டர்ஸ் செக் பண்றது இட்ஸ் வெரி இம்பார்ட்டன்ட். தட் இஸ் வாட் யுவர் measure your success. That is very important. And the engagement rate இருக்கட்டும், the sales இருக்கட்டும், all these things you have to check it in your back end how it works. So அது வந்து it gives you a clear picture to which product you can launch next and how the customers likes and dislikes are. So that is one of the important thing. And that's it. It's done, I guess. Next one. Yeah. Starting a business through social media definitely needs patience and dedication, because in the initial stages of this year, even still I face that problem. Enna I put lot of effort into a post or a picture or a shoot பண்ணும்போது we do a lot of effort. But அதோட லைக்ஸ் பாத்தீங்கன்னா it will be like 10 likes, 15 likes, or வந்து அதுல ஒரு engagement rate இருக்காது, அந்த போஸ்ட்ல வந்து ஒரு engagement rate இருக்காது. பட் நமக்கு வந்து we have spent a lot of money on that. Also we have spent a lot of efforts on that. When you don't get that thing back, I mean when it's not reaching the customer, அப்போ வந்து we will have that ஒரு disappointment. But that's not should stop you up. So because that is how you have to That is why you need patience in that. அப்புறம் ரெண்டாவது விஷயம் you need patience is handling your clients. So clients, I have seen clients um, who calls me at 12 a.m. And 1 a.m. and திடீர்னு சில பேர் 10 மணிக்கெல்லாம் கால் பண்ணுவாங்க, நைட்டு 10 மணி 12 மணிக்கெல்லாம். And you have to, sometimes you don't have to answer it, but sometimes people don't understand. So but you can't shout at your customers, or you cannot lose your patience with your customer, because every customer is important, so and the patience level is very very important. I have seen customers who's like um very rude, sometimes very rude, um மரியாதையா பேச மாட்டாங்க, sometimes very disrespectful இருப்பாங்க. But you have to handle that. So aduk you have to have patience. And because you should love your job, so அதனால அது கண்டிப்பா வந்து அந்த பேஷன்ஸ் இருக்கணும். I don't think so it's not just this job. Any job that you do, you need patience. ஒரு டீச்சரா இருக்கனாலும் you need a patience. So patience is the first and foremost thing in everything. And yeah, that's it. So this is the just a hint I wanted to show you guys how you can start a business through social media platform. And I started through social media platform, and it had nothing to do with the money, the cost. Yeah, the cost, social media, to start a page or a business a page or something, you don't have to pay anything. So it's very easy. And the general thing about the entrepreneurship, it is the freedom that it gives you. Yeah, I think the PPT is done. I'm just generally speaking about the entrepreneurship. Why you should choose entrepreneurship, Aparna? The freedom that you get from the entrepreneurship, because um, you put your creativity and நம்மளோட values, நம்மளோட creativity எல்லாத்தையுமே you can put into something. But when you work under someone, uh, it is not that, uh, what to say, you sometimes you cannot always considerate your values. So that's the one of the thing. And you can be very independent. ஒரு independent decisions are இருக்கட்டும், and whatever decisions you take on your job, I mean, it doesn't have anyone's influence. நம்ம தைரியமா நம்ம decision நம்ம எடுக்கலாம். The risks you can take, it's your thing. The money you put in, so you are not answerable to anyone. You're just answerable to yourself. So அந்த ஒரு freedom இருக்கு. The first and foremost thing about entrepreneurship is freedom. That is the one of the foremost reason why I choose this. And I would generally say that be a dreamer. That's the one thing I wanted to say, because now I was always a dreamer, because and I have always நிறைய dream பண்ணிட்டே இருப்பேன். I also manifest a lot of things. Today I'm sitting in this thing, and I'm telling you guys, people, I have also had dreamed about this also one day, because நான் இது வந்து dream பண்ணிருக்கேன். At some point நம்ம காலேஜ்லயே நம்மள வந்து கூப்பிடுவாங்க, we can also go and share our experience. இப்பெல்லாம் I have dreamt, but I have got this opportunity also. So I would say always manifest good things. Be a dreamer, because the more you dream, the more you will make it into reality. So நிறைய dream பண்ணுங்க. Just make sure you are living your life. So go to your passion, do the things that you like. You know, that's the more important thing. Money is also important. At the same time, passion is also important. So at some point of your life, you should feel like you have done the right thing. And so that is very important. And for girls especially, இங்க பார்த்துட்டு இருக்க எல்லா girls-க்கும் I wanted to say something. That is, your career is your first and foremost thing. It is very very important. யாருக்காவது இந்த காலேஜ் முடிச்ச உடனே கல்யாணம் பண்ணிட்டு நான் செட்டில் ஆயிருவேன்ப்பா அப்படின்னு நினைச்சீங்கன்னா, நோ. ஸோ கல்யாணம் பண்ணி செட்டில் ஆகலாம். யூ ஷுட் ஹாவ் குட் ரிலேஷன்ஷிப்ஸ், யூ ஷுட் கெட் மேரிட் டு அ நைஸ் பர்சன். அதெல்லாம் ரொம்ப இம்பார்ட்டன்ட். But how much ever that is important, your career is also very important. Your career is your respect. That is the first and foremost thing. காசு இல்ல, your career is your respect. People will respect you based on your career, not on how you got married and how many kids you have. இதை பேஸ் பண்ணி யாரும் நம்மள ரெஸ்பெக்ட் பண்ண போறது இல்ல. People will respect you based on your career. So don't ever give up on your career for anything. Just go with it and be a rebellion. But if வீட்ல ஒத்துக்கல ஏதாவது பண்ணா be a rebellion. It's okay. It's just one life. You can be a rebellion. But um family life, they are not. I've always been a rebellion. எப்பவுமே வந்து when I dropped out CA, my family wasn't really happy about it. But today they feel happy about whatever I'm doing. So be a rebellion, but at the same time be respectful. You don't have to be disrespectful. So to your family or your teachers or anybody, you can be a rebellion, but at the same time you have to be very respectful. That is how you reach heights. Because if you're disrespecting people or if you're being rude to anyone, it's not going to work out. It's not never going to work out. And also, just don't give up on your career. No matter whatever it is, your studies, your dreams, it's very very important. And other things are secondary. Other things are really secondary. You have to make a name for yourself, where you have to make a career for yourself, where people would, where you should make yourself proud. At some point of your life, you should make yourself really proud. So that's the thing I wanted to convey. And it's done, I guess. Should I continue?
Thank you so much, ma'am, for enlightening and inspiring session. Ma'am, shall we move on to the question and answer session?
Yeah, sure.
What are the different ways of textile quality control, ma'am?
Textile quality control. You're asking me about that, uh, the product quality,
Yes, ma'am.
right? I mean, how the product quality should define your brand. Actually, the quality of the product will define your brand. That's the first and foremost thing. Nama patte edo, when I started a business, I dealt with some people, and I wasn't really happy about the stuff, the quality of the stuff. So அது இல்லைன்னா, the clients won't come back to you. When you're not providing a quality stuff to your clients, and the clients திரும்ப வர மாட்டாங்க. It's not one time thing. Your client should come to you back again and again for your service and for your quality. So that it's very important. So in the quality control ன்றது, it's a very very important thing. Because if you're not providing a quality product to your customer, your business will not be stable for a very long time. Stable இருக்க முடியாது. And also your clients would come back to you. That's the very most thing. எனக்கு வந்து business start பண்ணும்போது, until now I have very few clients, like or a set of clients who just come back to us repeatedly. And the ஏன்னா, it's because of the quality of the product. If you disappoint them, especially because they're putting their money into that. So if you disappoint them based on the quality, they're never going to come back to you. That's one ஒரு common thing. So it's very important to have a check on that. So எனக்குமே வந்து business start பண்ணும்போது I had few people, I wasn't really happy about it. So அந்த quality thing வந்து நமக்கு எப்போ realize ஆகும்னா, it takes time. You have to do a lot of research on that, and you have to deal with a lot of people to understand who is providing you the best thing. Yeah.
Next question. When are you struggling in your creativity, what do you do, ma'am?
I get inspired from others. Actually, I get inspired from a lot of people. I mean, for example, I also get inspired from my mom actually. So when I'm like totally confused, என்னைக்காவது ரொம்ப decision எடுக்க முடியலன்னா, I just go to my mom. I just call my mom. எனக்கு ஏதாவது ஒரு ப்ராடக்ட் திடீர்னு கன்ஃபியூசிங்கா இருக்கும். ஃபார் எக்ஸாம்பிள் ஐம் சேயிங், இப்போ எனக்கு ப்ராடக்ட் வந்து திடீர்னு ரொம்ப கன்ஃபியூசிங்கா இருக்கும், எது எடுக்கிறது, எது சூஸ் பண்றது. உடனே எங்க அம்மா கால் பண்ணி I just send her a picture and I'll ask her to choose. I'll ask her suggestions because she's very good at wearing saree, so I'll call her. So அந்த மாதிரி you will have someone to guide you up when you are like at most of the time. The creativity, endless creativity, it's definitely is essential for doing a business. You need endless creativity, but at some point if you feel like you need someone's help, you can ask your friends, your family, who can actually, because they are also an audience, right? So நமக்கு தெரியறதை விட they will know better. I have asked some of my friends very close to me, நான் கேட்டிருக்கேன் எப்படி போடணும், what do you like. So அவங்க எனக்கு சஜஷன்ஸ் கொடுத்துருக்காங்க, நீ இந்த மாதிரி போடு, it's you can put like something like this, you can come up with something like this, அந்த மாதிரிலாம். So that's how it works. You have to maintain. You have to ask people for suggestions. Yeah.
Next question. What are the some of your design project you're most proud of, ma'am?
Actually, we launched a set of products in 2021. Actually, a set of festive edits we launched. நாங்க launch பண்ணும்போது we weren't really aware of anything. We just launched it. We did a nice content and we launched it. And that content, particularly that series, got uh, I mean, and so the featured in a newspaper, New Indian Express. That's the thing I also shared with you guys. I think that was one of a great moment I had. I had an interview with the New Indian Express, and they called me and they had an interview and they asked me about that series, the particular series. That's a festive edit series. I think that one was, I was very proud. I was actually very proud because that got featured in a paper, and that's the point when I had this thing within me. Okay, I'm doing the right thing. Okay, some or other way, I'm just doing the right thing, and I was little proud of that thing. So I think that is one of the best projects we had. Yeah,
Next question. How do you handle criticism about your work, ma'am?
I never listen actually. I
How do you
never
handle
listen to.
criticism, ma'am?
Yeah. No, I'm not. I'm saying I never listen to the criticisms. Actually, I mean, I listen to them, but I don't take it very personally, because when you take something very personally, you can't take your next step. You can definitely not take your next step. So I have two people who are constantly telling me that your Instagram is not permanent. What if your Instagram is done? What if your this is done? What is that is done? Your business is not permanent. A lot of people said me that business is not permanent. You have to take up a job which is permanent. And there was a common question within me. I didn't ask the people, but I always had this question within me. The world is completely ruled by business. The people who are working, questioning me, they work under a business enterprise, right? They work under an enterprise, and they work for someone and someone's profit. So what if my business, nothing is permanent in life. If my business is going down, do they have any guarantee that that business they are working for, the company they're working for, will not go down? So it's not like that. So that's the common criticism I heard, but I don't take anything very personally. I never took anything personally. I was like, if I want to do something, I do it. I don't listen to what people say, or I don't take it very personally. Yeah.
Next question.
You should not take it anything personally. That's what I said. If you take something personally, you can't take your next step. So just take it in a positive way. So that's fine.
One memory that you will always associate with Ethiraj College, ma'am.
There are a lot of memories that I associate with Etiraj, but I think my last day of the college was really good. I have the video of my professor speaking also. I also still have the video, and I also listened to that. Uh, so that's is one of the great things. She gave like a 5 minute speech கொடுத்தாங்க எங்க மேம் in the set of. She was a class teacher, and it's Supraja ma'am only. Supraja ma'am, no? She was giving a speech in last day. She was coming to the class, and ma'am was standing, and she was giving a speech for 5 minutes. I remember each and every word of that speech, and I still have the video of that. So that is one of the best core memory I have of Etiraj. And there are a lot of things about Etiraj, and எப்படி சொல்றது, I also remember one of my teachers saying, I don't want to mention the name, but I remember one of my professors saying, கட்டடிக்கிறீங்களா, திறமை இருந்தா மாட்டிக்காம கட்டடிச்சுக்கோங்க அப்படின்னு சொல்லுவாங்க. So you I don't know, that's one of the epic line I remember from Etraj College, because um it's not like Matnona, they're very strict, but we have also done things like that. I think I wouldn't suggest that you should all do things like that. I mean, you will learn from your mistakes. That's how you will you will get the life experience. அங்க இருக்கிற டீச்சர்ஸ்மே இதெல்லாம் பண்ணிருப்பாங்க. So that's one of the best thing. You should enjoy your college life. Yeah.
Thank you, ma'am, for patiently answering the questions. We sincerely appreciate you making time for us amidst your busy schedule, ma'am. I'm sure the audience would be immensely benefited from this session. Now, I request Ms. Priyadarshini M.R. of 2nd UG Aided to propose the vote of thanks.
Gratitude is not only the greatest of virtues, but the parent of all the others. To quote Cicero, on behalf of the PG and Research Department of Commerce, I deem it a great honor and privilege to propose the vote of thanks on this memorable occasion. I extend my heartfelt gratitude to our alumna, Ms. Dikshita Suresh ma'am, for spontaneously accepting our invitation and having taken the time out to interact with the participants. Ma'am, it was a great pleasure listening to you. We look forward to more collaborations with you in the future. Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you, Priyadarshini. We have now come to the end of the session 1 of Alumna Connect. We will connect again for session 2. Kindly stay tuned.